Hello and welcome to the Brick Cave Media Podcast. My name is Sharon Skinner. I'm the author of Blood from a Rose from Brick Cave Books. The Brick Cave Podcast is brought to you by the BC Book Club, Brick Cave Media's community portal for readers that love Brick Cave books and authors. You can join today and be a part of the Brick Cave story at Brick Cave Media's website, brickcave.media.
And my name is Bruce Davis. I'm the author of Illumina Magic from Brick Cave Books. We're here tonight in the Brick Cave studio, located in the Brick Cave office, near beautiful downtown Mesa. And Sharon, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm a little tired. I just got back from New York, so
Yes, how did that go?
Yeah, it was good. Travel was a little, but travel's always like that, right? And I kind of
Especially in and out of New York.
Well, and I had to I didn't have direct flights, so I had to connect in DFW, and that was a little iffy. There were some tight stuff going on there, but I managed to get off one plane and onto the next one in time to make my connections both ways, which was good. Was interesting because it snowed, and there was a day that was a high of 31 while I was in New York. So when we were leaving, they had to de-ice the planes, and that's the first time that I recall ever having to be on a plane and watching them actually de-ice the plane.
Many flights in and out of O'Hare in Chicago watching the de-icer.
I don't recall that. I know I flew in and out of O'Hare a number of times because I was stationed at Great Lakes, but I don't recall ever having to have a plane de-ice. So because I didn't typically travel in the winter. So
right,
yeah.
And that's always a process, and it doesn't increase your confidence when you see the de-icer spray the ice off, and within 5 minutes there's the same ice back on there again.
They put a green chemical on it, and that kept it off long enough for us to at least get off the ground, which was really nice. So I did feel a little bit like maybe we were flying the Green Goblin, express there, but the conference was good. I talked to a lot of people that I knew and some new people. I met some new people, and I finally got to the New York Public Library and got to see cool. Patience and Fortitude, which was one of the things I hadn't done in New York. I've done a lot of things in New York, and it was actually, it wouldn't have been good if I had wanted to go see the Statue of Liberty or Ellis Island, because that would have been extra cold. But I've already done all those things, right? So I was like, well, what is the one thing I really want to do? Well, the hotel was right on Times Square, so it was a half mile to go to the library. So I got to go there, and one of the cool things on display, because the whole bottom of it is basically a museum. Really, it's not. They don't use it as a library anymore. All the collections are upstairs, and you can't get in unless you're researching. And I wasn't, so I didn't get to see any of the books, but they had all the stuffies. The original Winnie the Pooh
cool.
stuffies
were
cool. there, which was really cool to see. So that made the trip really even more fun.
I've not been to New York a lot, and when we've gone to New York, it's been mostly family, because Michelle's family is originally from Brooklyn. We did two trips that were just fun, but one of them was kind of a romantic weekend, and going to the public library or the Museum of Natural History wasn't really on the agenda. Yeah. And then the other time we were there with children at Christmas going to do that stuff.
Yeah.
So I really want to go back to New York.
Yeah, there's
in the summertime and hit up some of these places that I haven't seen and would love to see.
The cathedral is amazing,
and the cathedral, the public library, Museum of Natural History, the art museums. Yeah. Now that the kids are grown, I'm sure I can talk Michelle into it.
Yeah, there you go.
As long as we make detours to Little Italy, Brooklyn, and other places, that we
adjustments can be made.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, and there's such good food there, and it's an interesting city.
It is.
It's a great place to visit. I couldn't. It was so peoply. I just was like, oh my gosh. Even if it's freezing outside and there's a bazillion people out there.
I'm used to Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
which
a little
has
different.
a total different neighborhood vibe.
Yeah, it really does.
New York, you can cross the street and all of a sudden you're in a totally different environment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
But the conference, it was the SCBWI, Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators conference. And I enjoyed the sessions. Jason Reynolds was, as always, really articulate and passionate and interesting to listen to. And he and his agent did a panel, and he was also on a book banning panel with some other authors. And excuse me. And so it was really good, and I enjoyed it. And yeah, but it was a lot to do. I flew in Thursday, was there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, flew back Sunday.
Yeah,
And
that's a whirlwind kind of thing. I get it. I get it.
So, what's coming up for you?
On March 7th, I have a session at the Red Mountain Library, Mesa Library Red Mountain branch, and I will be doing a class on point of view. What's the point?
Excellent.
Just giving some pointers on the do's and don'ts of point of view, and when maybe you could break the rules, but be careful.
Yeah. See, if you know what the general guidelines are, then you can push them around a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. It's funny because in some of my recent reading, there's been some point of view shifts that have been very jarring, and I'm writing them down so I can say, here's what not to do.
Yeah, don't do that.
It's a good story, but this point of view shift just pulled me right out of the story.
I tell people all the time when I'm teaching workshops and when I'm talking to clients that there are mentor texts of the things you want to emulate, and there are mentor texts of the things you do not want to do.
Yes.
So,
I get it.
Pay attention when you're reading, and when something jars you or you don't like it, then don't do that.
Right. Also coming up tomorrow, I will be doing an interview with Matt Klein, the author of The Strange Case of Charles Wendigo.
Yes, I'm looking
from right here in Brick Cave.
Yeah.
So that should be fun. And then we've all got Tucson Festival of Books, March 13, 14, 15.
Yep, we've got the Tucson Festival of Books coming up, and I'm actually moderating a panel this year.
Oh, cool.
So that'll be interesting.
I have given up pitching things there. I've just never received even a response.
Well, I usually do a panel. I'm usually on a panel, but this year I'll be moderating a panel. So that's kind of a shift
good.
for me. But I think it's because people have gotten to know me, and so that's really
right.
Yeah, there's value there in doing that when you can
Put in a good word for me.
Yeah, yeah. And then on March 21st and 22nd, I will be at the Renaissance Festival here in Arizona, and I will be out at Ann Chamberlain's bookstore hawking my books. So that'll be fun. It's always a fun time.
Yeah. I haven't been at the festival in several years now, and
yeah, I get out there. I don't get out there personally to go as an attendee every year or even every other year. I try to get out there every other year, but it doesn't always happen. But I'm out there for a whole weekend every year selling books.
Selling books. That's always good.
And being in character, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. So what have you been reading, Bruce?
Well, I've been reading a lot of trashy fiction.
Yes. There's a time and a place for everything.
Mostly, detective stories and thrillers, and nothing that I could recommend as this is a great book. They're just fun. The serious reading has skewed heavily toward Roman history. I'm still stuck in my Roman history phase. Soldiers in Silver is a really nice, not very complicated and not very thick book that talks about how Rome was able to raise armies and raise money through the First and Second Punic Wars prior to the fall of the Republic. and it's just very interesting. This guy's got all kinds of charts and graphs and spreadsheets, and
Oh, ouch.
the money all came from Hispanic silver and certain conquests that produced a lot of wealth that ultimately led to the fall of the Republic. So that's an interesting